Good morning, everyone, and welcome to another workshop from OPM Tools. It is I, Mustafa Shahid, and we have Coben Powell as well with us on the call. And today we're going to be continuing the same topic that we've been trying to cover from the past 3 weeks, and that is about how to make sure that your lead journey is correctly mapped out. You have the correct mind map or the flow strategy built out. Then you build the pipelines and opportunities along with it, and then you work on the workflows or the automations to connect all of it together. And once you have the entire system set up, the next thing, which is usually the most important thing and the most overlooked thing, is the dashboard, because that is where all your analytics will all where all your reporting shows up. So without further ado, let's jump into the system I've already shared. This is where you would go. So within your system, if you click on the dashboard, it will show you the dashboard. Not exactly like this, but a generic dashboard. So then when you start working on the dashboard, you have several different things that you can do at the same time. So if I go over here and click on add a dashboard, it gives me the offer or the option to choose either a create in a blank dashboard. I can select one from the template library, or I can clone an existing dashboard. So if I'm starting new, I don't have any dashboards, I'm going to probably select something from the template library. And the five options that we have in the templates are the call tracking, the lead attribution, the opportunity attribution, the appointment dashboard, and the customer communication. Now, these five would be more than enough for an account which is starting out, but you can build your own as well to as extensive way as you want. So, if, for example, we have this one that we did for our clients, that we did for them, and this is what it contains. It has like different graphs and so on and so forth, and different statistics which are important for them. So you can create whatever you want, but how do they look and how are they created and how can you edit to get the information that you're trying to get? This is what you would do. So if you select any one of those, you can input the template, or you can create your own from scratch or from brand new. Even when you do try to do that, they give you like multiple different options as to what you're trying to avail or what you're trying to track. So if I go over here, click on track leads and sources, I can click on confirm. Then I can go to client communication engagement. It shows the unread conversations, assigned conversations, and so on and so forth. I can confirm all of that as well. Then I can go into the appointment and scheduling management to understand how many appointments we've had, confirmed, no shows, canceled, and the graphs to show the trends as well. Then if I click on sales and revenue tracking, it shows me the one opportunity is lost and how much monetary value have we won so far, how much monetary value is still within the system that we can double down our efforts on. Then we have the marketing and ad performance. If you have Google connected, Google or Facebook, this is really good for you as well. And then you have the one of the major ones, which is the team performance. So the contacts assigned, manual actions, task, and the sales efficiency. So if I click on that as well, and then I just click on confirm and add. And here it shows as my entire um, dashboard has been built out. Now, the things that you see in front of you are not the only options. You have a variety of different options. So how do we avail or do that? Once you're in the system and you working on the dashboard, all you have to do is click on edit the dashboard, click on add a widget. Once you click on add a widget, you have the series of different options that you can choose from. So the first one would be contacts. Now within contacts, you can choose counts of contacts count. So how many total contacts do you have within the system? They could be categorized in terms of source, by medium, by tags, by activity, by type, by assigned users. So if you're playing with multiple assigned people within your account, you have like different salespeople or different people who are calling or having conversations with clients. You can even categorize the
No, I turn
con-
my water on to see if it get hot.
over here. You can choose which contacts you want. Then you have the option to select to know how many counts with email you've got, how many contacts you have without email, and so on and so forth. The options may look limited, but the opportunities that you have are limitless. Why? I'll just show you in within a second. So this over here on the left hand side, the contacts count, if I click on edit, it will open up the configuration for this particular one widget. Now over here, you can change out the title, you can select the metric, You can select the date property and comparison if you want. But the major thing that overrides all of the, not overrides, but enhances all of this would be the conditions. So I can now start adding filters. I can add filter like tags, company names, for example, assigned user is, and I'm going to select myself and I click on save. It shows me 0. Configure, count of contact, and I don't want the created on. I want New Year's Day, business start date, 4th of July. I have a lot of different options that I can do. Date and time originally recorded, and I go with till date. Save, and I change my name out from here because it shows that I'm not selected with anything. Go back to configure, change this out on created on, click on save. So we have 27,000 contacts. Now if I go to condition, I'm going to select my name again because I want to see how many contacts are assigned to me. Save, which is 15. So if I go back to configure, I can just change out the title saying contacts assigned to Mustafa. Click on save, and that's what it does. It shows you that. Now, for the pie charts or the pie graphs, if you go over here, click on edit, where it shows you the different sources, you can change out the chart type as well. So you can have numeric, save. You can have a pie chart or a donut, save, which it was before, I guess. Then you can have a line graph as well to show in the trend. You can show it in a bar. And wait for it to load. Sometimes the system loads. And you can even use the table in which you can select the columns. So within the tables, you have like the different emails, the contact names, the source, and so on and so forth. So you have a variety of different options that you can choose from. So this is what happens when you select all the widgets. But if you want to say that, Mustafa, I do not know which widgets I want to use, I just want to get the sales report, or I want to get an XYZ report, how do I do that? Well, the answer for that would be that you either let us know through the submit request and you'll be able to make it for you. But if you want something generic, you can use the templates, which I just referred to previously. So for example, if I go to the call track and dashboard, which is a generic pre-made template, which is available within your system, you get all of this over here. So you have the total calls, the answered versus missed calls. Let me just move my video out of the way. You have the total incoming calls and the outgoing calls. Then you have the first time calls, weekly call trend, and you see all the data in front of you. So it goes on and on and on. Over here, it shows total calls by logged in user. Because I'm logged in, I don't make the calls, not that many as well, at least. So it shows me how many I made, what the average incoming call response time has been, the total calls, and who made the calls as well, if you want to show that. Then we go into the second one, which is the lead attribution and overview dashboard. Again, this is another template dashboard that you have within your system, available at all times. You can change out any condition, any filter that you want to showcase what's happening. So all the total counts till date that you have within the system. Then it shows you the lead source attribution, so where it's coming from in terms of a horizontal graph, as well as a pie chart or a donut as they call it. Then you have the categories based on medium or based on tags, so whatever you want to focus on. Then in terms of the lead quality and activity, how many you have with email, how many you have without email, how many you have without phone numbers, how many you have with phone numbers. And don't be worried about the numbers, as it differs from this, as this is mentioning over the last 30 days. You can change this out as well. So you can see it for the last 30 days, for the last week, for yesterday, custom, throughout time period, whatever you may want. And then you have the contact counts by activity as well. So how much activity has been going on. Apart from this, if we move on to the third one, which is the opportunity attribution. So we created previously pipelines and opportunities. So you need to check how many opportunities do we have and what's happening within our pipelines and our flowcharts would you created. Then this is what you would use, the general insights. opportunity status for all pipelines, how many you have in open, how many you have in lost. Then opportunity value, how many, if you assign a value to your opportunities, which we explained previously in our previous workshops, you can then look at how much value you have in the lost stage and how much you have in the one stage. And why this may be important for you would be because now you can know, or you can devise the plan. What do you want to do? Do you want to focus on the open opportunities? These are the cold ones. Or do you want to work on the lost opportunities and try to target them, re-nurture them, try to open a conversation with them? Because at the end of the day, these are leads. All right. You may have lost them, but these are leads nonetheless. So why not try to do something about that? Then you have the conversion for all the pipelines. You have the funnel stages for different pipelines you can check. Then the stage distributions. Then you have the opportunity overview. So how many opportunities till date you have? What's the opportunity count based on the dashboard date range? Opened opportunities, one opportunities, and then you can even differentiate them based on different pipelines. So on the same dashboard, you can have 5 to 10, 15, 20, as many pipeline data as you want to be separated. So if all I need to do is click on edit dashboard, and over here I'll go to element, and I can just add, sorry, a tit spots, or not even a tit spots. I'm going to add a title, and the title is going to say, let's say, divider, or it could be pipeline 1. Click on save. This has been added. Now I just click and drag and drop over here. So just in terms of an understanding perspective, imagine if this is your pipeline, this would say pipeline 1, and all of the data below it would contain hints about pipeline 1. Then you have pipeline 2, and so on and so forth. So you do have the option to customize it to the best of your extent, whatever you want on it. I'm just going to click on save so I can show you another one. So we've covered the call tracking, lead attribution, opportunity attribution. Now we move on to the appointment dashboard. For businesses for whom appointments are something that is really, really valuable, and that's what their CTAs are, that is what their email campaigns and their ad campaigns and their funnel campaigns are all converged around, then this dashboard would be for you. It shows your confirmed appointments on the period of the last 30 days, which is as we've selected, showed, canceled, no show, based on the statuses, based on the group, based on the sources. So where are they coming from? From which calendar are they coming from? Then you have the 5 most booked calendars, or the 5 most top 5 appointment owners. Then the appointment trends. So you can see what happened, that there was a huge spike on April 1st. What happened that there was a no spike or 0 appointments on the April 12th, and so on and so forth. So you can look into the system, double down on what's working out for you, and cancel or pause what's not working out for you, so your efforts are not wasted. Then canceled appointment count over time, when were they canceled, what happened, you can look into it, and the upcoming appointments as well. Then we move on to the last one, which is the customer communication insight. This is where you will have a complete trackability of the conversations that you're having with clients, and this is really powerful. Again, completely customizable, but it shows you the total unread messages that you have versus the last 31 days, the unread conversations, the unread conversations for today, how many you have. Then it shows you by different channels, so reviews, Facebook, web chat, Instagram, SMS, call, email. If you have more, it will be added over here, like WhatsApp, if you have enabled that. And then you have like based on different channels. Then the unassigned conversations by channel. So this you have, what this means is all the conversations that you have within these channels which are unassigned. So no one has been assigned to those contacts yet, or those conversations. So you need to go in, assign it to people, so those people are notified and they can handle it, so that no message falls through the cracks. Because anytime someone is trying to message you, they're trying to reach out to you. That could be a potential huge lead. Then you have the team performance. So unread conversations by assignee. It shows I have 17, which is the most out of the 4 of us. This is something that my manager, my boss would be like, Mustafa, focus on this. Then you have the unread conversations by logged in user. For it shows me 3 for the last 31 days. but 17 overall. The conversations distributions by assignee. So the total conversations that are being assigned to me, which are 34, which is the lowest, and yet I have the highest unread conversations. So now you understand how you can, like pinpoint who's working out and who's not working out and who's doing what within the system, even though this could land me in some hot water, but it is what it is at the end of the day. Then we have the assigned conversations, the total unassigned conversations, conversation activity, and you can add more and more into it. So the topic of dashboards or analysis or reporting is a never ending topic. Why? Because you have so much information that you know about and so much information that you don't know about. And then you have these categories of the need to know and nice to know. And then you have so much options within the system itself. So for example, if I go to the system that I'm trying to make, which is the leads report, and wait for it to pop up, click on edit dashboard, move down. All right. So over here, I was explaining the contacts. Now you already also have the appointments, appointment widgets. What are the appointment widgets? The appointment counts, confirmed appointments, showed, no showed, as we saw earlier. Then the appointments by group. It depends. By group would mean different calendar groups. Then you have each appointment comparison by source, and so on and so forth. So yeah, everything can be tracked. That's the focus of it. That's the purpose of it. You have it for opportunities. Opportunities would mean everything that's happening within your pipelines, and pipelines are something that replicates or basically shows what's all the different processes that you have within your business. So all the open one, the total opportunity counts, displayed over time, opportunity revenue over time by status, by won, lost, or total value, and so on and so forth. Then we have the visitors data. So if you are running a campaign for funnels, I know most of you are, you can have total funnel views. What it means is, and even if you want to understand what it does, you just have to hover your mouse over it and it tells you what it does. So total funnel views would be the total views for all the funnels. By default, the page view type is all. Specific funnels and page view type can be changed in widget conditions. So you can choose that. You have the total website views, unique website views, total funnels by unique views, and so on and so forth. And the total opt-ins. Opt-ins would be all the forms that you have within the funnels or the landing pages. How many people have opted in for those? Then you have the emails, how many were accepted, delivered, clicked, replied, bounced, failed, and unsubscribed. And if you have like multiple domains that you're warming and using to send out within your email marketing campaigns, you can even group your emails by the domain. Then we move into the calls. So if your business is something that revolves around a lot of call making or call handling, either inbound or outbound, you can use incoming calls by statuses, outgoing calls, total durations, average duration, total calls placed by call attendee, total incoming calls, first time calls. So if there's someone new who makes a call to the system or from the system, it would track that. And first time call total duration. So if you want to check out what the average duration has been, if you have notified your team members that they have to make calls, and every accepted call in which the other person picks up the phone and says hello needs to be at least 3 minutes or 4 minutes, then the average time should be around that time range. But if the average time is less than a minute, you can reach out to them, say, hey, the average time is low. What are you doing on the calls? Then we have the conversations, in which I highlighted myself as to how I have the lowest assigned conversations and yet the highest amount of unread conversations. So that is where you would do this. Then you can even work regarding the payments. So total revenue that you generated, the revenue trend, subscriptions, paying customer trend, revenue by different channels, subscriptions if you have, the coupons if you have utilized that, what's that called, ability, or that, or whatever that may be. If you've used a coupon within the system, you can even track that. You can track the invoice which are sent out, which have been paid, which are for refund, and so on and so forth. If you're running ads for your business and you have connected your Google ads and meta ads within the system, you can see the meta ads as well for the website purchases, meta athletes, amount spent, CPC, all of this, which will be very important for the business owner and for your media buyer as well. The reach, total campaigns. Then, if you are also using the social planner for your social media marketing and social media management within the system, and you don't want to go into the social media marketing tab and then see what's happening, you just want it to be displayed on the dashboard, and that's the first thing that you see. This is how you do it. You add it over here. So if I click on total post, save, and see what happens, yeah, the total post 178. That's what it does. It shows you how many posts you've made. Coming back over here, it can show me the post by social media platforms. If I click over here, it's going to click save, and it's going to populate somewhere on the bottom. Yep, post by social, it's over here. So we have OverPower Marketing LLC. It would be Instagram, and this would be Facebook. So how many posts have been gone out, and we can just hover over here as well and see which one it is. So if I click over here, it will open up as well. So this is for threads, and it shows the likes, shares, comments, post, impression, follows, and reach. So you have a lot of data that you can just click. So it's not just viewable data. You can actually click on the data as well to give you a more refined version of the analytics. So if I go back to, where was I? Social planner. You have total impressions, daily impressions, followers, total likes, total comments, total shares, and so on and so forth. Again, you can jump into it and explore this as much as you want to. And then you have the second last category, which is a general. But before I go on the general, I would show you the Google Analytics. It's similar to Facebook Analytics. It shows your engagement rate, bounce rate, to top pages by views, top events, new and returning customers, and so on and so forth. And finally, we have the general one. So general would be everything that is generalized. So the opportunity statuses. So if you have a pipeline with 10, 15, 20, even 5 stages, it can show you the opportunities in each stage, or based off each status, based on value, the conversion rate, funnel distribution, stages distribution, all the list of tasks which have been assigned to your users, the manual actions through which we use the power dialer or the auto dialer of this OPM tool system. Then you have the Google Analytics count, Facebook ads report, Google ads report, sales efficiency, and the email health report as well. So I'm just going to click on this one. And this is what it's going to show you. So the email health report shows how many were delivered, what the open rate has been like, what the click rate has been like, what the deliverability score is, how much your score has been improved or gone down, unsubscribed, complaint rate, and so on and so forth. I'm going to click on save, go back to it, let it load. And this shows for the last 30 days. You can have it show for the entire year as well. And there you have it. And you can even click over here to see how this score was calculated. So this is what dashboards have and what you can do with dashboards. And it's not just the dashboards itself. If we go to, let me just open that first before I share the screen. So if you have built out one dashboard that contains everything that you want, the appointments, the scores, the conversation, the contacts, each and everything, what you can do is you can go to your, so what you'll do is on your sidebar, you'll scroll down to reporting, you'll go to the custom reports, click on new report. You can create a blank report or from a template library or clone an existing report, or you can just copy the dashboard if you want. So I can just go over here and click on the leads report, click on import, and wait, because it's going to take some time because the amount of different everything. And this is what it would look like. All of the widgets that we previously made and fine-tuned, and we have it all laid out. Now it's all on a report. All right, and you can change out the number of days or the date range basically. So every 30 days, every week, every day, whatever you may want. All right, it shows everything over here. Once you have perfected it to your priority or based on your personalization, what else you can add? You can add more widgets into it. You can add elements into it. So the title, images, You can embed Google Sheets and different stuff like that as well. You can even add custom metrics. This is in another ballpark. This is something entirely different. Well, not entirely different, but something that enables you to do a lot more. So if I go to custom metrics, I'll have to create that. So I'll show you that in just a second. But once you imagine you have the report all completely set out, all you need to do is click on send or schedule, save and leave. And then you can select your schedule frequency. So if you want to receive this report every day, choose daily. If you want to receive it every month, every week, weekly, monthly, quarterly, or annually. And you can have different reports being sent to you daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, and annually as well. Then what the date range is going to be, for which email is it going to be at, what time do you want to receive it, and so on and so forth. So you don't even now have to open the system to see what's happening inside of the system. You get a report on your email automatically, and all you do is click on it and you see the entire dashboard in front of you. So that's what the reporting does for you. So if I go back, because I just want to show you the custom report, the custom widget as well. Going back to dashboard, I'm going to select the dashboard, which is important for me. Go to leads report. Sorry for the voice. All right. Once you're back here, all you need to do is click on edit dashboard. Close this widget out. And on the right hand side, you will see the custom metrics. Now, once you're in here, you can start creating your custom metrics as well. Leave. And it's going to take you to a different page where you can start creating it. So let's say the metric name is open percentage, and the data type is going to be a percentage. I can provide it a description if I want to, and I can create a formula. So the formula would be metrics would be emails. Yeah, where is it? Emails, count of emails. And then at the filter, status is delivered. No, status would be open. Opened. Move this out of the way. Apply. Then I can have operator, which is divide. Then I have another one, which is opened divided by delivered. Metric, which is going to be emails, count of emails. Add filter. Status is delivered. Apply. And this is going to be operator multiply. Yeah. Let's see if I can change it into operator. Yeah. This. And then another operator. This. Can I click and drag it? This would be easy. Anyways, operator would be multiply by number, which is going to be 100. Click save. Create without an opening. Oh, I can do it right here. Perfect. Operator is going to be create a brace. All right, perfect. Create. And if I scroll down, do we already have it? Open percentage. And sorry for the entire disarray of it. When you try to make some changes, everything moves here and there. But let's see. All right, so edit dashboard. Close this pop-up. Go to custom metrics. Select the open percentage. Click on add. It took me over here, so it would be somewhere around here. Appointment total open percentage. Yep, here we have it. Open percentage. It shows the count of emails, which shouldn't be the count of emails. It needs to be a different one. So It can show you the different percentages, it can show you different formulas, and you can work out your own custom metrics as well. Now, how to use that? It's instead of trying to, when you're working with dashboard, instead of trying to say, I need this and I need that, the best way to tell us what you want to build out is, this is when I wake up, this is what I want to know. And based on whatever you tell us, we'll be able to either make a dashboard directly or find out a way to work around that and show you relevant results. So yeah, that is everything that we had to show you today. And also to end this topic for this month, which was mapping out the entire lead map journey, which included three major topics. The first one was, well, four major topics. The first one was understanding the user journey, what it's going to do. The second one was creating pipelines and opportunity stages based on your different processes that you have. So inbound, lead nurture, outbound, internal fulfillment, reviews, reputation, and so on and so forth, referrals. So each process would be a different pipeline with its own stages. Then on previous workshop, what we did was showed you how you can connect all of your pipelines together and how you can interconnect a pipeline with its stages and connect it with assets. And if this happens, then that should happen, and so on and so forth. So the entire journey was mapped out. And now when you have all of this system working for your benefit, you as the business owner, the team supervisor, the lead person, the manager, you need to see all of that on a single screen, and that would be the dashboard. And on top of that, even if you don't want to open the system every day, you just want to get an email about the report, you get it as well. And that would conclude your entire user journey. Once you have all the data, then you can make data driven decisions. So any questions so far based on everything I showed?
Yes, Mustafa.
Yeah, Patrice.
Speedy. Okay, question. It sounds to me, can we KPIs matrix kind of similar? Can we do that in this platform without actually doing an Excel sheet with matrix for KPIs, where we can do everything in this platform? Because from what you just showed me, but I gotta look at the video again, it kind of exposes who's doing what and who's not doing their job.
Well, within the dashboards, you have this option of who is able to see the dashboard.
Me only.
Yeah, so you can restrict the permission and then you can have whatever you want on the dashboard and no one else will have access to it.
Okay, but me and God. Anyway, but so basically, so in that case, I would have to need to do my matrix or my KPIs separate if I need somebody to maintain those versus them seeing what's going on the platform.
I mean, you can have as many dashboards as you want. So you can have one dashboard which is for your eyes only. You can have one dashboard per each user of yours, or you can have like a dashboard which is a combined data of every user. So as you said, as you saw, and you will see once again once you replay the video, that there were different widgets inside the system in which I was only able to see my data because it said logged in user. So if I'm visiting the dashboard, it will show that data according to me. But if Cohen opens the system and the same dashboard, it will show the same data, but for him. So my numbers could be different, his numbers could be different. I'll be seeing my numbers and he'll be seeing his numbers. So you can set it up. Again, if something is not possible, then obviously we'll have to work around it, in which we can use the embed system. Like we have embedded our Google Sheet into our dashboard. You can do that as well. So you have the options.
Okay, so that's good to know. So yeah, I gotta definitely set this up.
Absolutely. Whenever you feel like setting this up, you can just reach out to us, let us know. We can have a meeting and we can look into it and find out what the best way would that be to set it all up, and we can go from there. Sounds
but
good?
Like you recommended, Mustafa, I need to have pretty much everything, like the SMS, the campaigns, the pipelines, everything in order.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. If you go for everything from the get go, you never get anything built because that would be like chasing perfection. But if we go case by case, it would be easier and adaptable and I would say quicker to build out. Because if you say, hey, Mustafa, I want to see all the SMS or the entire SMS journey, we complete that as a module. Once that is working according to our standards, then we move on to the next module. So either way, we can build it out completely, but step by step process would be the best way to go about it.
And Mustafa, and everybody who their assigned names, their names will be assigned to those tasks, so you know who's doing what.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. Guess what? If it's in black and white, it's in writing, it ain't happening. If it ain't in writing, it ain't never happened. So they can't argue. That's right. I like that. Okay. Thank
Awesome.
you.
No problem. Hey, Cohen.
Yes, Mr. Phil?
Yeah, would you like to show them how they can learn more about this and then also how to reach out to us?
All right. So going to your sub account, you'll notice that there are these three options at the top. There's the submit request form, support meeting, and knowledge base. First off, with the submit request form, if you're coming across an issue whenever using OPM tools, this is the place you would want to go. You just fill out all the fields accordingly and provide an attachment of an image or provide a screen recording of the issue that you're coming across, and you send it in. We will get a support ticket regarding that, and then we will be able to resolve that issue for you and get back to you as soon as we can. Next is the support meeting. If you just want to set up a Google Meet with us, this is the place you want to go. We have the calendar where you can select the date and time, select the date, time, fill out all the fields, and then send a message regarding what you want to go over as far as topics for the meeting. And we are more than happy to have a meeting with you regarding OPM tools. And then finally, there's the knowledge base. The knowledge base has a wide variety of articles regarding OPM tools and a variety of topics, such as the one that we just went over. So if you're interested in learning more about the system, this is the place you want to go. And yeah, has a lot of information that is very valuable. Well, I do want to thank everyone for joining us today, and we hope to see you next week. Mustafa, do you happen to know what next week's topic is going to be?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's going to be a guest speaker, which we will be revealing more information to the email that we send out. And that would be that.